Hi, I'm Suzanne, and today we're going to do a little Vinyasa flow. We're going to start by taking a comfortable seat, cross-legged, and start with your hands on your knees. Rock back and forth a little bit, finding the place that allows your spine to be neutral, and then coming to stillness there. Letting the spine grow nice and tall, rolling your shoulders back and down, tucking in your chin, and reaching the crown of your head towards the ceiling, making one long line all the way up your spine. And then take a moment, let your eyes close, and take a few deep breaths, putting aside your busy day. And if your mind starts to wander, just come back to your breath. Take one more deep breath in and out. And if you closed your eyes, reopen them. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, drop your right hand, side bend to the right. Inhale, back to center. Drop your left hand, side bend to the left. Continue moving side to side. Inhaling as you center and exhaling as you bend. One more time on each side. And the next time you bend to the left and come back to the center, pause there. And exhale, reach your hands behind you, fingertips pointing to the back of the room. And do a little back bend, looking up towards the ceiling. Come back to neutral spine. Straighten your legs out in front of you. You can have your knees bent if you need that to keep your spine neutral. Flex your feet. Take your right hand and reach it to the outside of your left foot. And then inhale, come back, sit upright nice and tall. And exhale, left hand to the outside of the right foot. Back to the center, moving diagonally, inhaling and exhaling. Two more. And one more each side. And come back to the center, sit up nice and tall. Cross your legs the other direction with the other leg in front. Take a moment to settle in, neutral spine, and inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, gentle twist to the right. Inhale, reach your arms up, gentle twist to the left. Continue moving at your own pace with your own breath. And the next time you reach up and twist to the left, come back to the center with your arms overhead and pause here. Exhale, hands behind you, fingertips facing the back of the room, and small back bend, looking up towards the ceiling. Come back to neutral spine. Extend your feet out in front of you with your knees bent, your feet flexed. Reach your hands back, lean back, keeping a straight spine. And then engaging your core, lift your legs with your knees bent. You can stay here. You can bring your hands behind your thighs, or you can extend your hands out in this modified boat pose. Take one more breath here, and let your feet come down to the mat. Come around to tabletop, setting up for cat-cow. Wrists are directly underneath shoulders, knees are directly underneath your hips, and start to round your spine and drop. As you inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest, lift your chin. As you exhale, round your spine, looking down towards the floor. Couple more rounds. And the next time you arch up, rounding your back, come back to neutral. Sink your hips back as if you're coming into child's pose. Inhale, come up through tabletop. Exhale, pull through your hands into a back bend. And now exhale back through tabletop. Hips sink back. Come forward. Exhaling. Inhale as you move back through tabletop. And one more time, sinking back, coming through table, back bending, through table, and pause here, neutral spine. Bring both of your feet out, coming into high plank. Take a moment here, engage your core, engage your legs, and exhale back for your first downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet, coming up on your toes, anything that feels good to you here. Then bend your knees, lift your hips up a little higher, sink your heels any amount. And on your next exhale, step your feet to your hands, forward folding. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, engage your legs. And rise all the way up, reaching overhead. And exhale, hands to your sides. Inhale, reach your arms overhead and then bring your right knee up. Exhale, step your right foot back, coming into diagonal lunge. Now reach your arms overhead, coming into crescent lunge. Drop your back heel, open up your hips, your arms and chest for warrior two. Lift your back heel, come back into crescent lunge. Lean forward into diagonal lunge. And then bring your knee back through for crane. And exhale, down to mountain. Take a moment here. Get a good stance. And now the other side. Inhale, lift your arms up, bring your left knee up. Exhale, step back, diagonal lunge. Inhale, lift your arms, crescent lunge. Exhale, drop your heel, open your hips and chest, warrior two. Coming back up, lifting your heel into crescent lunge. Lean forward, diagonal lunge. And lifting your left knee up, crane. And exhale, mountain pose. Take a moment, redistribute your weight. And now one more time on each side. Right knee, arms up. Exhale, diagonal lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Lift your heel, inhale, crescent. Exhale, diagonal. Inhale, crane. And exhale, step down, mountain. Inhale, left knee up. Exhale, crescent, diagonal. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lean forward, diagonal lunge. Left knee up, crane. And exhale, back to mountain pose. Take a moment here, rock a little back and forth. Spread out your toes and drop them back down to the floor again. Roll your shoulders back and down. Let your arms hang by your sides. Inhale, raise your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold and step back into plank. Lower all the way down to the floor, keeping your elbows close to your sides. And inhale, baby cobra or cobra. Coming through plank, exhale back, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg straight behind you, bend your knee, open your hips. Re-straighten your right leg, round your back, and bring your right knee through as if you could touch your nose with it. Pause here, and then bring your right foot between your hands, coming into high lunge. Feel free to adjust your stance if you need to, or use your hand to pull your foot forward. And then engage your back leg. Pull your right knee over your ankle. Tuck in your chin. And then let your arms come up off your mat. Float here for one breath. Leave your right hand out. Take your left hand down. And bring your right hand to your waist, twisting around and opening to the right. Can leave your hand here, or raise your arm overhead, revolving lunge. Bring your right hand back down to the mat, back to high lunge. Engage your core, pull your hips off of your thigh, and come up into crescent lunge. Take one breath here, and bring your hands back down to the mat, to high lunge. Step your left foot up to meet your right. Forward fold. Take a moment, hang here, maybe rock back and forth on your feet. And then inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Engage your legs. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Extend your hands and release them. Other side. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold, and step back to high plank. Lower all the way down to the floor. Inhale up, baby cobra or cobra, and exhale through plank to downward facing dog. Lift your left leg straight up behind you, bend the knee, and open your hip. Re-straighten the leg, round your back, and bring your left knee towards your nose. Pause here, and then take your left foot to your mat, helping it with your hand if you need to, coming into high lunge. Pause here, one breath, and then lift your arms out to the sides, floating. Right arm will come back to the mat or the floor, left hand comes to your hip, and start to open up, turning to the left side. You can stay here, or you can raise your arm overhead. One more breath here, and left hand comes back to the mat. Engage your core, pull your ribs off of your thigh, and come up into crescent lunge. Take one breath here, release your hands to the floor, step your right foot up, forward fold. Take opposite elbows and hands. Let your head hang. Maybe rock a little side to side. And then inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to your sides, mountain pose. Bend your knees, start to send your hips back, sinking into a chair. And as you sink into your chair, start to bring your arms up in front of you, coming into chair pose. Back is neutral. Gaze is forward. One more breath here. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Step back into plank. Lower all the way down, elbows by your sides, and come to the ground. Take your hands behind you. Uncurl your toes if they're still curled. Engage your legs. Push into the floor through your pelvis. And inhale, lift your shoulders up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, just shoulders come off the floor. Exhale, down. And one more time. Inhale, shoulders up, reach behind you, and exhale down. Turn your head to one side, relax. Let your body soften. And then bring your head back to the center. Engage your legs again. Shoulders roll back. This time your upper body will stay where it is. And as you inhale, lift your legs off the floor. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, legs up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, legs up. And exhale, lower down. Relax, turning your head to the other side. Now we'll bring our head back to center, and we'll put those two together. So engage your legs, pushing them into the floor. Roll your shoulders down and back. And as you inhale, bring arms, legs, shoulders, everything up. And exhale down. Two more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, pushing back through tabletop. And coming to your seat, taking your feet out in front of you. Legs can be straight or knees can be bent if that allows you to sit up tall. We'll start in staff pose. Feet are flexed. Spine is long and tall. Bend your right knee, take your right foot over your left leg to the other side. Lift your left arm up, reaching tall, and then wrap your left arm around the outside of your right knee. Still sitting up tall, take your right hand behind you, twist around to the right. One more breath here. And now untwist, coming back. Take your right leg back out in front of you. Maybe shake your knees out a little bit. And then we'll bend our left knee, take our left foot over the right. Start by sitting up nice and tall. Reach your right arm overhead and wrap it around your left knee. Gently twisting, opening. Using your breath to deepen the twist. Take one more breath here. And come back to center. Bring your leg out. Bend your knees, scoot up towards your heels. And now take your hands out in front of you and slowly roll onto your back. Take your hands down beside you. Take your feet a little wider apart, wider than hip width. And just start by windshield wipering your legs back and forth, side to side. And the next time your legs fall over to the right side, leave them there. You could stay here, or you can put your right foot on top of your left thigh, left knee. You can stay here, or you can take your left arm and reach it out diagonally above you. Feeling a stretch down the left side of your body. Bring your left arm back in, right foot to the floor. Bring your knees up and over to the other side. Stay here, left knee on top of right thigh. And again, you can take the right arm up and over to the opposite corner, feeling a stretch down the right side of your body. Bring your right arm back in, next to your side. Take your left foot down. Bring your knees back up to center. And then go ahead and straighten your legs. Take a moment here to relax, let your body settle. And feel free to stay here as long as you like, relaxing in this final pose. Thank you for joining me today.